In this video, I am going to show you how to cook navy bean soup. First, you want to start off with 4 cups of beans, or you can start off with 2 cups, or however many cups you want. Regardless of the amount, you will soak them overnight, or at least for an hour. After your beans have soaked, the first thing you want to do is boil a gallon of water on high heat. I like to boil my water before I place the beans in there, because just like when you're cooking fried chicken, you heat up the oil before you place the chicken in the oil. Next, you want to start washing your beans. During this process, you also want to pick out any bad beans that you may see. And further along in this video, I will give you various examples of beans that you want to make sure you pick out. Here I'm just pouring out the first batch of dirty water. You're going to do this about 5 or 6 times. You're going to rinse the beans with clean water, and then you're going to pour out the dirty water. Here I am showing you an example of a discolored bean. Now there are going to be some beans that are discolored. The natural color of the bean should be a pure white color, and there'll probably be some tannish looking beans in there. Those aren't necessarily the ones you want to pick out. The ones that you want to pick out are extremely discolored, like they may have black on them, they may have spots, just like I'm showing you here. There are some that are even translucent, and you definitely want to pick those out. That is just my husband being silly, don't mind him. So here I am showing you how firm the bean should be. The bean on the left is really firm, the one on the right is really soft. The soft ones are the one you definitely want to pick out. Another example of beans that you want to pick out are the really big beans. You will see that they are extremely larger than the other beans. You definitely want to pick those out. As I clean and sort my beans, I use a sweeping motion. I also bring my hand up to help expose the bad beans. Here I am showing you a bean that did not plump up during the soaking. You definitely want to take those out. And if you have a lot of beans, don't freak out. I have 2 handfuls of beans. So if you have stacks of beans on your counter, don't freak out. It is okay. Sometimes you have less beans, sometimes you have more beans to pick out. It just depends on the quality of the batch of beans. The water should be boiling at this point, and you just want to add the beans to the boiling water and cover it with a top. And when you place the lid on your beans, you want to make sure that you crack it open a little bit so your beans and your water will not overflow. Now, while your beans are cooking, you want to chop, or if you have one, use a food processor. You want to chop the onions and garlic. The only vegetables I put in here are onions and garlic, so I find that adding other vegetables like green bell peppers and things like that is really not necessary. I used to add carrots to it, but one day I just decided to leave that out just to see how it tastes, and it tastes perfect. So I just been adding onions and garlic. Me personally, I add like a whole bowl of garlic, which is about 14 cloves. You don't have to do that. You can add you want to add at least 8 to get that flavor in there. But after that, after about 8, you can choose however much you want to put in there. You can put it in there. Like I said, I use a whole bowl of garlic because I just love garlic. It has so many great properties. check on your beans to see how they're progressing. This is what they should look like after about 30 minutes. If your beans do not look like this after about 30 to 45 minutes, it is okay, just let them cook a little bit longer. At this point, once about half of the beans have burst open, you want to add butter. This helps to really give it a nice creamy texture. After another 30 to 45 minutes, again, this also depends on the quality of the beans. It may take longer for some, it may take less time for others. But at this point, most of the beans should be open, if not all of them. So you want to go ahead and add your seasonings and your vegetables. The only things I add are salt, pepper, parsley, a couple of bay leaves, onions, and garlic. I personally feel like that's all it needs, because if you get to adding too many things into the beans, it really takes away from the nutritional value of it. I'm also adding a little bit of water here because I want it to be a little bit juicy.
A few moments later.
After about 10 to 15 minutes, you want to check on your beans and give it a quick stir. At this point, all of the beans should be cooked in the ideal state. If it's just a perfect batch of beans, the beans would have been cooked in about an hour. For me, this batch took about 2 to 2.5 hours. After this, I'm going to continue cooking them for about 30 minutes because a few of them are just still hard. So here I'm just adding the olive oil. The olive oil really helps bring the flavors together. It's just so good. Like, it's just adds an amazing flavor. So I think it's really important to add olive oil. Now at this point, I've cooked the beans for about, I would say, another 30 minutes, the additional 30 minutes I was talking about. And at this point, the beans are soft. Like, you'll be able to feel if the beans are soft by stirring them. You can feel the hard ones by hitting a spoon and you stir them. Here, I'm just tasting it, seeing if the salt level or spice level is fine. I'm also adding more water just to make sure that the beans aren't getting thick. If you want a thicker consistency, you don't have to add more water. Each time I added an additional ingredient, I just let it cook for about 5 more minutes. And here is the finished result. Of course, you want to taste it and make sure everything is good. You can also take it a step further and blend the beans. My husband and I actually prefer the beans blended, really for health reasons, because the more you chew your food, the more nutritional value you can get. Like, the more your body is better able to pull the nutrients from that food. So we just already have it blended. And initially, I thought it was going to taste weird, but it doesn't. It tastes exactly the same.